Docking request accepted.
Good morning, New Eden. Today is November 9th, 2025, and this is the Federation Frontline Report. I'm your host, Frozen Fallout. My co-hosts today are Samson.
Ohio gozaimasu.
And Nightflyer.
New Eden.
Hey, good morning, everybody, and thanks for tuning into the show. It has been a hell of a week here in Eve Frozen. Lots of stuff going on. Actually had a chance to play a little bit. Even though, just like you, we're all fighting this Midwest flu A or whatever they got going around now.
Yeah, there's some nasty stuff going around in the Midwest right
Oof.
now.
Yeah, but some good stuff. Some good stuff's been going on in space. Got a chance to do a Blops fleet last night for Caroline
That makes a
Aya's birthday. The girl who put together the steak dinner in Iceland for us.
Oh, yeah.
She had a birthday
Sponsor.
roam yesterday, and me and Magic Geek joined that, and went around and got some pretty decent
Another
kills.
fellow beard.
Yeah, yesterday we also did the Fall of Devon. We streamed that, threw some ships around, had some fun, killed a bunch of stuff, and had a really, really good stream fleet, actually. And we were able to take Devon down. Trix was fighting us tooth and nail. We had pirates about, and a boot. And
Jinx.
so yeah, the South is holding at Hades, which is where I like, to be honest. This is the place to be fighting. Is Hades, Fleet, Devon, Aboon. Nagamenon is fine, Onasikin is fine, Sujarento, as like a fallback for the Keldari, Hysteria, and stuff like that. So keeping it in this area has been, we were able to actually take Devon. Fleet was very much under threat. There was actually a site that, or a battlefield that was being run by the Keldari in Fleet. And we flipped the system before the battlefield was finished, and it got booted out of there. Went to like the complete other side of the map.
Wow.
That's funny.
That's right. Yeah, Friday night, I was flying with Keurig, and we were battling in Fleet and Devon. Had some good fights in there, trying to push that back. So, unfortunately, I was not able to play last night to work on that final push. But I figure we made some pretty good strides on Friday night to get us in that position. So. Thanks for everybody that is taking part in the war zone. So we've been kind of running a little hot and cold lately in low sec in general. So it was nice to actually get in and have some fights, have some content, have some activity. So yeah, and I just had just before the show, I got into another fight in Aboon A.
Aboon.
So it was nice. I took out a Corax.
Aboon.
Oh, nice.
With my courser. So yeah, that was
Nice.
a good fight. Yeah, actually, he was in a small fighting. I thought I was taking on. There was a frigate in there with him too, and I thought I was gonna go in. I'm like, screw it. I got good EHP in this. I'll be able to do. I can tank a lot.
So brick tank?
No, it was a blue. So the Corax was winning on the frigate, and the frigate had him down into armor already. So by the time I got into the fight, it was actually pretty easy. But he thanked me because he's like, "Yeah, I was like a hit away from dying."
You've diverted the attention.
Corax is rockets,
so I
probably.
told the frigate pilot that it's good to have friends, and
so I'm assuming like a good Amar pilot, you had pulse lasers.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, it was nice to have some kills. And I actually the Blops fleet last night. I actually I was one of my Omega characters I do a lot of ratting with. I guess I've only done ratting with. I didn't realize that he's never had a PvP kill. So he got killed once. Because I had him as backup on something faction warfare related a long time ago.
Were you flying bombers or blobs?
So yeah, bombers, and then we would
bombers
jump in. So we did have some battleships out with Sinos. So we were waiting.
I want to fly
they would get attacked,
Demers.
and we would go in, and yeah, it was fun. It was a fun fleet.
Drop.
It was a lot of sitting around. We didn't. People weren't taking the bait.
Yeah, well, that's what blob fleets. It's
sucks.
usually vibing, right? You got to vibe, and you got to have someone DJing. You know, you got to turn a blob fleet. Got to play some Hall and Oates for Night Flyer.
But it was a Saturday night. And it was a birthday, and I said it was a good party. A lot of people in the EU showed up.
It's a good way to party.
It was good.
It's a good way to party.
Again, it was fun. It was enjoyable. Going on makes me realize why I love this game sometimes. So.
Some big news outside of that, outside of faction warfare that we're going to be talking about today, is patch notes and nullsec review, because there's some massive shakeups that are happening in nullsec, and we get to bring Samson up to speed.
Yeah, because I don't even know what's going on.
So we're going to educate our friend Sam here.
Well, you're coming from the future. You're supposed to be telling us what happens.
Yeah, I mean, it would if I was if I was in Eve. I haven't been. I need to be in more. I think that'll maybe change soon, especially with the move, because I gotta re-up my other accounts and get all my tunes out there.
Well, CSM elections are wrapping up. We're down into the last 10 hours of voting. If you haven't voted for your CSM candidates yet, 10 hours
Get out
left.
and vote.
Get that vote out. So
absolutely, make sure
11 o'clock UTC. So we got that going on. I thought you were going to talk about Grand Theft Auto. I thought that was the big news we were breaking today.
Oh yeah, what? That's
delayed. Is it delayed?
Yeah, they delayed it
a long time.
Yeah, well, they went from May to November, and I know this became like a topic I thought we talked about just after Iceland, because Frontiers I think was originally scheduled to come out in May, and then they didn't want to release it in May or something that way, and so they were going to push it back. But I think some other games did that too. Had certain releases and things that they wanted to have around May for the summer kickoff, but they didn't want to do it and try to compete with GTA 6.
I mean, it's better. It is crazy that a delay, or I should say, announcements of such big games will shape the landscape for releases in general, but also that it's also kind of usually a good thing when something like that happens, because they weren't ready to release it. And I'm tired of games being released that aren't done.
You're beta testing,
Yeah, the fucking beta alpha testing in production. No,
yeah,
bad.
Just push it and we'll send out updates later. Yeah, no. So that's why it took me so long to get into Cyberpunk. Like, I wanted to play it, but that's all I heard is how many problems it had. And so, I mean,
I never really played many GTAs except like the really old ones.
Yeah. But like I said, my kind of take on it though is what it'll do for that release landscape, or what are other people going to try to release early instead of doing the Christmas release, or try to get
it's possible. I mean, it might be good for them, but it might also be very bad. Releasing early is dangerous.
Yeah. But I'll be playing Eve anyway, so it doesn't really matter all that much.
Yeah, I need to play more Eve. I'll do it. I promise. I'll get back.
So where do you want to start with these updates to the game coming on? What are we, a week and a half out? The 18th, I think. They come up with the next big release with all the mining stuff.
So yeah, the mining in focus, right, is like the which it has been out since November 4th, but we really haven't talked about this. And this is the what we know so far, which they haven't like put out anything very like 100% specific on like actual notes. I guess we should just talk to say expansion review. uh,
Yeah.
that because we don't really have patch notes. I was noticing besides some patch things. So I'm actually gonna fix that because we'll fix it in post, right? You know, and nobody will
Crimson
really.
Harvest has now ended.
But yeah, the Crimson Harvest has ended. We've lost, you know, the 90% drop in low
90%
second 0
loot
point
drops.
and 50% implant drop anywhere. Um,
Did you get to the end of the event?
I
Either you
did
guys?
not.
No, I did. I got a courier.
Cur is pretty cool shit, but they got a nice little boost recently.
Yeah, I'll build
Cure.
it. It's in my queue to get built. So
That's the frigate, right? The Blood Raider frigate.
yeah, it's the nudie boy.
You little nudie boy.
So. But yeah, I had one character get all the way through it. I wasn't really into it all that much this go around. I just didn't want to. I don't know. I just have another interest in stuff in the game and stuff. So, but yeah, I'm wondering to see what these. Mostly, it's going to be what mining updates coming up. They're
Mining updates. There is a carrier. Supposedly, there's going to be a minor change to carriers, which I don't know if it's going to really do any kind of change if it's just some small stats. But if they get some of their tracking back, that would be pretty huge for a minor stat change that they can give. I don't believe that they've come out with anything in specifics as to any kind of tweak changes that they're making. But they are putting together like these efficiency and power. Until you deploy a mobile phase anchor within 50 kilometers of phased asteroids and supply it with enough energy, there are only mineable at 10% efficiency. Any combination of one roicule, two orcas, or three porpoises can supply the required
Orcas.
energy. So this is going to be stuff that's going to be found in low sec and null sec, I believe. Yes. And this is going to be some of the things that people are like, where, you know, low sec is not going to be using these at all because, you know, who's going to put out orcas? But there are a lot of people who live in low sec that are in like little corners of low sec, and they're like, "Oh, if we found one of these, we'd do it." It's like, wouldn't be like a daily event, but it'd be a kind of cool little like thing that comes by that we might find every once in a while. Looks like they last about 40 hours.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and there's a new ore release coming on the Prisma site. So it's kind of interesting. You can, with skills, you can use alchemy to turn it into the ore that you need, or you can turn it into the most valuable ore in your area to sell. So it's kind of neat that way.
Interesting.
I don't know if that's. Again, I don't know how that's going to work for the whole economy as far as um, whether it's going to bring us back from when they took all the the ores and stuff away from us. So when we got into scarcity, so I don't know if this is kind of reeling that back a little bit, but yeah, and they're also gonna make uh, faster cycles on lasers and oh, brain's not working. The
Mining,
other ore things,
strip mine,
yeah,
strip
strip
miners,
miners.
and
Thank you. Yeah.
ice
So
minings.
yeah, so the overall yield, like the hourly yield, will be about the same, but um, they'll cycle faster. I'm not quite sure what the point of the quicker cycles are necessarily.
to make it more interactive, I
Yeah.
guess, and less of a click and forget.
But I do like the idea of the mining crits. So you get a chance of having a critical hit when you're mining. You can get like a 300%. I think that they were saying in the CCP stream. So you can triple your
All
yield
right.
with one cycle. That'd be kind of neat.
All my tunes are officially Omega again.
What?
I did it.
Oh.
All right. Gwen's back, baby.
Kill, kill, kill.
Maybe we'll
But
get
I
camp
do like the
after this.
fact that they are bringing back some of the high sec ore anomalies. So you'll have the Amber and the Kirkonite back in high sec. Those ore anomalies. I like those. They had them a lot when I was first playing the game in 2020. And I enjoyed that as somebody that was kind of new to the game and looking for resources, that I didn't have to tap my wallet or go into dangerous space, try to get the ores I needed, try to build my Vexer that I got the blueprint from in the tutorial. Was geeking to try to get up and going because I thought it was really cool. But my hope is with the release of all this new ammo, it will make ships easier to build, quicker to build, more affordable to build, and will make faction warfare and fighting in low sec more doable than it has been. So I'm curious to see if we get that change. That's my hopes. That's my dreams. Oh, and the ore sites also have a chance of escalations. So you get an escalated ore site. I'm not sure what that looks like. I haven't played any of the things that have that, but that could be cool. But yeah, I don't know about the hyperspace fractures that they're talking about with with the Prisma site. I'm not sure if those.
There's some jackpot possibilities here. They talk about late stage jackpot. The last 2 phased asteroids contain the largest amount of prismatic site. Won't activate until the site is globally visible. And so after 20 hours, it becomes publicly visible.
Oh,
Canuck, no one likes Amar.
hey, Canuck.
Hey. So the first 20 hours, you can kind of get away with. They'd have to be scanning you down. Seeing if there's any other. So there's some more announcements that were supposed to be made on the 6th during a live stream that we missed. Unless any of you guys caught that. Looks like there was a live stream on the 6th that went into a little bit more detail. I think I popped in for a second, but.
No, but other than what I talked about, I don't know that I got anything else. I think I saw it, and I think they kind of talked about this a bit.
It seems like this is going to be a pretty light expansion. It's definitely not going to be changing over anything crazy. It's kind of adding a new special mining thing, which is kind of cool. But overall, I think that this is looking pretty light.
Yeah, but I think it also kind of coordinates with the new ships that they are having out, the exploration and mining ships things. So.
Oh yeah, there's supposedly there's going to be some mining ships as well. Let's see. So this is what. So that was the stuff that went into the mining stuff a little bit more. Let's take a look here real quick at there's the one Catalyst expansion launches November 18th. And so there's the new unpredictable ore, which we just went through, hyperspace fractures, that give these new. There is also I think ore, like some new unpredictable ore ignites a galactic-wide resource. Okay, so this is the
it's the
prismatic
Prisma site.
or
So
prisma
yeah.
site. Command ship, new command ships, the Pioneer mining destroyer and the Odyssey exploration ship. Yep, so that'll be coming out. Mining refined with faster cycles, critical hits, and improved UI. 2D map. It's such a huge thing. 2D map in game finally. Start your journey with a new epic arc. And then carriers are going to be updated, Plex log added, and much, much more. So hopefully an LP wallet will be maybe not this one, but right around the corner. So we talked about so there's going to be the new mining destroyer with high yield rate, 20% per mining destroyer bonus. That's pretty good. 5%.
Mining destroyer.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm thinking it was something I was kind of rolling around in my head as far as you're going to have these hyperspatial anomaly ore sites, and those are going to draw people looking to, kill you while you're trying to mine that site. So if you had this kind of fleet of, ships that could mine and fight, maybe that would be something maybe a little
We'll
better.
cloak 3 tech 3s and guard you while you mine.
Yeah. So maybe they don't fight all that well, maybe they don't mine all that well, but they can do both. So there's better miners and better fighters. I'm curious to see how the exploration ship I don't fully understand.
Yeah, this is a battle cruiser. I was taking a look at this here. So 4% armor
That's cool looking.
It
I
does
like the way it
really
looks.
cool. 10% to heavy drone, heavy, medium, and light drone hit points and damage. So, decent drone boat that it'll be able to put out some damage via its drones. It can do relic and data analyzer sites from a distance, which is kind of interesting. You still have to be able to scoop though. From
you can't. Well, I guess you could do. Can you do MTU for that, or tractor?
You might be able to do a tractor.
I feel like you would have to, otherwise, what's the point? Like, because then you'd have to go over to well, what's the distance? I can't read it from here. Is it like?
It's 50% per level.
Oh, so you can get pretty far. Maybe.
Yeah, per expedition.
I look forward to blowing these up.
Per skill level.
I'm definitely gonna hunt these down and blow them up. That's for sure.
I just don't know what the command burst is.
Yeah, they have this expedition command burst that gives them some extra stuff that they'll be able to boost with. That'll be exploration based, but it doesn't seem like it's a better hacker or anything like that. It has a little bit of.
But it's a battle cruiser that's an exploration battle cruiser. Like that, we don't have a exploration battle cruiser.
Now it does have. I believe it can.
Gnosis.
No, it can't.
Yeah, I could see that. You get something in between the Stratios and the Nestor. This might kind of that niche.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like
in the battleship. So
this can't
because we don't have
cloaked though. So you could slap like a cloak on here, but you'll take all the penalties for it. And you can't work well.
Yeah, it would suck.
So, or no, wait.
It would suck, but also
never mind. It can fit a covert ops cloaking device.
Oh, it's a covert ops.
That is a pretty cool thing.
Okay.
So you should be able to use it in some interesting PvP hot dropping.
Yeah, I'm gonna say now I'm thinking about like maybe I could use this thing to kill people. I'm just a lonely explorer.
But other than drones, it doesn't get any type of.
That's basically. But anytime a new ship comes out, Gwen's thinking is, how can I kill it, or how can I use it to kill
Oh, so just like the Stratios, it has the 50%
I love killing
medium
Stratios.
energy turret. Okay,
And
so
Nesters. I
yeah.
love killing Nesters too.
Also, it gets a 10% to relic and data analyzer virus strength. That's kind of cool.
Mm-hmm. So it is kind of
For nerds.
So it's kind of it's a beefier Stratios with a little bit more bells and whistles on it. Which I guess there's probably a niche there for it. All right.
Yeah, I
I'm
could
not
see. I
gonna
could
run
see
out
it.
and be the first kid on my block to have one, but
I am gonna try to be the first kid on the block to blow it up, though. Sorry,
now you got the tunes to
not
do
sorry.
it. So.
I don't need goons. I'm a solo artist.
Your tunes are.
Oh, tunes. Yeah, tunes. Yeah, yes. Solo.
So they are getting a visual update, it looks like.
Yeah, they're gonna drop the ore scanner. So if you have your hood up, you can just I think click on the asteroid and it'll tell you the kind of asteroid and what the yield of the asteroid is.
I'm sorry,
You don't
have
need a
your what up?
special module for it anymore, which is kind of cool.
Which glaze over
will
that.
free up one of your mid slots too. So
yeah, so you won't have to scan down asteroids individually anymore to know some good info on them. Yeah, that's good. That should be built into every ship.
yeah, your survey scanners. We don't need the survey scanners anymore. Which I don't know what they're gonna do with survey scanners. If they're gonna just cycle them out of the game or what? I mean, I scrap them a lot when I find them in sites and stuff. So, but only nice. It'll be nice that your ship will naturally have that, and you can free up that mid slot. So,
always love mid slots because PvP.
gotta have a mid slot.
So the other thing that we were going to talk about is 0.0. So I'm going to bring this
What's
map
that?
up here.
What's 0.0?
0.0, the end all be all game where everybody is fighting over specific chunks of land. So we are moving up into Goonswarm kind of held territory over here as part of Lawn. Yep, as part of Innsmother over here.
Yep.
But so our enemies were Pandemic Horde, that we were, coming up through. We'd be fighting, the Northern Coalition and stuff like that. So Pandemic Horde, who is basically the largest, what was the PamFam Coalition, used to own all of this area here, has basically fallen 100%. The interesting thing is that they seem to be joining up with Initiative, which is also another really interesting kind of thing, but they are abandoning all of this space. So all of the drone lands have basically become open to both Winterco and Goonswarm and the Imperium going to be moving up into the north here and taking the northeast, and all of the drone lands is going to basically change hands here fairly quickly. And there's the one thing that I'm interested in hearing about is like what's going to be happening with this Horde combination that's going on, which the Initiative has always been on good terms with Goonswarm, and if the Horde is going to fold into Initiative, then what's going to happen to that relationship? Is that relationship going to hold strong? And if so, basically we're down to 3 coalitions, 2 of them teaming up with each other and massively outnumbering the other coalition.
Well, what I don't understand as of today, because yesterday, kind of my thought, or from what I have heard from people, was that Pandemic Horde wanted to leave and step away from the coalition and do what Init did with Goons, where they're going to step away, they're going to take away all their blues, everyone's going to be neutral to them, and they're going to do a reset, and they're going to not have a blue, like they're not going to be blue with anybody anymore. And that's what I thought they were going to do. And then, you know, as the map just shows, you know, they're kind of joining in it. And that's what I don't understand. I'm quite
maybe another Great War. Who knows?
Yeah. Well,
maybe something big.
The biggest news, though, is Gobbins stepping down.
Yes, so Gobbins, which we met Gobbins in...
we actually sat with him, drank with him in Vegas, yeah.
Yeah, I was talking to him for a bit.
Yeah, you guys, or was I there?
I'm pretty sure you were there.
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't, because you gave me that fucking gummy. Jesus. Oh, no, it wasn't you. It was a coder. Fuck. I was so high.
So it was interesting to hear how, like, basically from what I'm hearing is that there's a massive lack of leadership in dealing with the fallout that's happening here. Like, maybe the initiative is joining up with you know, in allowing, you know, Horde to come crash on their couch for whatever reason, but it's not the Horde that, you know, was run by Gobbins and is part of the current leadership. All of the leadership is basically, like, dipped out, from my understanding. All of the most important figureheads of Horde at this point are no longer.
Are these Horde refugees then?
So yeah, it's more of like Horde refugees, like Horde corporation, because they were one of the you know, anybody can join, you know, basically any corporation, you know, any player, as long as they're willing to do the background checks and have, you know, either corporation just have enough people, or
yeah, in Reykjavik, people thought it was Horde. I was like,
you look like you're in Horde. You got that.
I don't know if that's an insult or what.
Wow.
I don't know either.
Ouch.
Yeah, but I think most people, though, from the Pandemic Horde side or the PanFam side, are unhappy with the way everything unfolded. You know, I think the separation could have been done a little more amicably, or they could have gone out with a Titan fight. But it kind of sounded like a lot of people were just kind of hanging, and, you know, Gobbins and crew was just kind of like, you know, all our stuff is already out, so, you know, bye. And so they were kind of like, well, what the shit? Like, so now our Keepstar's blown up, and all the stuff is an asset forfeiture, like, all over the place. And I was, Mr. Unlucky was streaming today, and he's going around trying to pick up some of his stuff. He's like, I got stuff everywhere. He's like, and I'm leaving. So I don't know where, I didn't catch his stream or at the end of it, or where he's planning on going, but I think there's a lot of people that are very upset with the way this was handled and how it's ending. But it is definitely be interesting to see what happens in outer space. In the months to come, as this year winds down, and we're going to be part of it.
Yeah, maybe some minor part of it, perhaps.
Well, that's the interesting thing, is we came in expecting, I was really expecting to come in and we'd have this war that we'd be fighting with, like, you know, PanFam, and that there was going to be a strong opponent to throw ships at, and now it seems like, you know, we're going to be coming in and there isn't going to be an immediate enemy, besides maybe, like, possibly cleanup efforts.
Make a little bit of money in the meantime, then.
Well, we can definitely do that too.
Well, I mean, like, with less opposition, it'll be easier to make a little bit of money before opposition rises. And, like you said, cleanup.
Yeah, that does. I mean, the prosperity of Goon Swarm, the possibility, like, they didn't have to use a lot of, the Imperium itself did not have to expend a lot of resources in this war, and ended up coming out massively on top, depending on, what the coming cleanup operations are going to be with all of the Aster houses and Fortizars that, and maybe any other keep stars that are, not taken
I'm
down
down.
in
I'm
time.
down for cleanup operations. I wouldn't mind that. It's a good way to get into it, right? Like
Mhm.
less pressure, uh, more murder. Always there for that.
Yeah,
I
we're
know nothing
basically,
about operations, but interested in learning.
well, it's just, all about killing a bunch of stations, basically, that are left behind. Um,
I could do that. Get three. What's the um uh, we used them. We used them when we did the fleet in Reykjavik. Leshaks.
oh, Lishaks,
Just
yeah.
go get just like 3 Leshaks can take out a station.
Well, if nobody's defending, that's kind of the thing.
Yeah, that's what I mean. If it's cleanup, you just take my ult with some Leshaks and yeah, I'll clean these up. Right?
Yeah, I'm really disappointed that Horde just completely, like, because I mean, they up until this
Something
point, I
might
feel like
happen.
they had been like, we're winning, we're winning. Like, you don't understand how our strategic mindset is. Although
Well, then
they have
someone
been
leaked that Frozen
retreating
was
and
coming
retreating.
back, and they
Oh
were like,
yeah,
"Oh, okay,
Oh, that's probably
we
what
give up.
happened. Yeah.
they
Oh,
did not
We
want to
give
get
up."
smashed by Thrashers. So
Yeah, they didn't want to get thrashed.
yeah, so that'll bring some big shakeup. I know that Fraternity is quite a huge presence at this point, and they probably are going to be picking up some space out of this. I see that possibly um, test Test Alliance is getting a bunch of Horde systems. It looks like in Gemini. Um, but yeah, so there's going to be a big shakeup coming to 0.0. And we'll be jumping right into the middle of that, so that'll be kind of fun.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to. There's gonna be a lot of content for sure, I think. And maybe the opportunity, like, for someone like myself to start plexing my own accounts by ratting. Ratting. Blowing people up that are ratting. That aren't in the blue donut. Um, yeah.
Well, yeah, that's one thing that I am kind of concerned about is how far away we're gonna have to go, and are we
To
gonna
get
be
actual
fucking with
action.
just fraternity and they're out of their time zone.
Yeah. But, I look at it as I do actually look at it as an opportunity to build up a little resources for, personally, and for our corp. Build we can, for our corp, we can maybe, you know, bolster our resources in the meantime while we're waiting for something to happen,
Oh,
I
and
think.
Froto, we're currently doing our podcast, so we're not. But afterwards, we might go out and do some destruction if you come out to faction warfare. Um, but yeah, so what other? Is there anything else that we want to talk about before we maybe jump on over and get into some action here?
I just re-upped my account, so Gwen and her cronies are back. So maybe we'll see some gate camp in here in a bit. I don't know.
No, I'm good. Maybe just clarify the one thing that we kind of, because I think we got a little confused or confused some people with our last stream about leaving low sec. and just kind of reiterate that we still enjoy faction warfare and we'll still do faction warfare. It's just kind of low sec we're having an issue with. So
Yeah, specifically, we are just, looking for more time zones and more open to, more content, more people joining and hanging out and, being on
Yeah,
stream.
and it's been interesting. I need to do a bit more, but like I haven't really done a whole lot yet in my new time zone, which is a lot different. Been playing with more Aussies lately in that time zone. So
well, starting the first year, I'll be in your time zone. So
and at home.
yeah, I'm covering overnights for a while.
Ooh, that's
Oh
gonna
yeah,
be
yeah, yeah.
It's gonna be fun times.
Well then Night Flyer, we can gate camp and we can do other shit together then. Nice.
Absolutely, 100%.
Aussie, oi, oi, oi. Yes, sir.
awesome. Well, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for listening. Thanks for coming on, and we will see you next week.
Good night, New Eden.
Good night, everybody.